What's up, co-reporters, and welcome back to my channel. Listen, we are back for a new year of mess. So happy new year to all of you. I hope you had a great time celebrating and whatnot. So why don't we jump into the story featuring Ryan Edwards, disgraced teen mom next chapter inmate, I should say, not star, but inmate, who just keeps on evading justice. The judge, just before the holidays, put him in jail because he kept on violating probation and just getting into more legal trouble and whatnot. He got into that infamous ghetto raggedy bar brawl and everything like that. And the judge said, "You are embarrassing me. Let me throw you in jail until January 17th. But then guess what happens? December 23rd, just before Christmas, the judge decides to change his mind and go easy on Ryan Edwards once again. He orders a rushed release of Ryan so that he can make it home to his family for the holidays. And that is how we wound up where we are right now, in which Ryan Edwards showed up to court yesterday, January 2nd, to hear about the current status of his legal situation and his freedom being in jeopardy and whatnot. So shout out to the U.S. Sun for getting a copy of the court documents. They said that the judge, Gary Starnes, who, by the way, I really think should be investigated because the way he has been handling Ryan Edwards is nothing short of ridiculous and unfair to not only Ryan's victims, but the society, the city that they live in, the community, and other inmates as well. But that is a story for another day. So anyway, this judge, Gary Starnes, who has connections to Ryan Edwards' family, says that he revoked Ryan's probation on time served, which to me, I'm feeling like I'm missing something here, because typically when your probation gets revoked, it means that, okay, well, we were trying to have you do the right thing, right? And have you be free and whatnot. But because you can't seem to act properly if you're not locked up, we're going to lock you back up again. That's what I thought it was, because of the three charges, I think there was harassment, there was drugs, and then there was one other thing. It was driving. I think this was him driving over double the speed limit, reckless driving. So when you have all of these, and for each one, he had about 1 year jail sentence that he was supposed to be serving, but they gave him probation instead. So I thought, okay, well, since you're revoking his probation, is he not supposed to serve 3 years minus the amount of time that he spent in jail so far? But nope, here he is still roaming among us, ready to terrorize his community a little bit more. So if any of you guys are legal cuties, do make sure to let me know what is up with that and why his probation on time served has been revoked, but he is not back in jail. So his suspended sentence and his home care package level 2 that was issued to him on November 29th has been reinstated. And now he has to follow court conditions. So what do these court conditions that jailbird Ryan Edwards has to follow entail? According to the Sun's articles, he has to take a monthly Vivitrol shot, which is something that he was supposed to be taking since the last time we saw him in court. Not this last time, but before, when he got all this stuff. But he hadn't been taking it. He had only taken it once out of all of his months free. So for those who do not know, Vivitrol shots are prescription medications that are taken in the form of naltrexone, and they are used to treat alcohol and opioid abuse, okay, and addiction and things like that. So he also has to complete the home care package for balance and random hair follicle testing, which I think is wonderful. Hair follicle testing, I think, goes the furthest back of all of the testing. I think it's much more intense than just like peeing in a cup or whatever. Like the hair follicle, those drugs that you may or may not be doing are going to last in there for a long time. He also has to file a comprehensive treatment plan within 45 days. Another thing that he was supposed to do a long time ago but didn't do. Why do we keep giving this man chances? I do not understand. These are things that should have been done a long time ago. So now what revoking his probation just to give him back the same thing that he was supposed to have done like months ago? It's ridiculous. He also has to attend all counseling sessions and follow all recommended treatment requirements set forth in the post-treatment plan. So like I said, there's nothing new here. Last time last year, Ryan was already sentenced to all of these things. He had to do the counseling. That's where we saw the photos of him and Mackenzie. Remember when they were walking around in a parking lot outside of like some kind of like facility? She looked kind of exasperated in her conversation with him, like he wasn't listening properly or something. That was part of like some kind of counseling that they were supposed to do as a family. And it seems like Ryan was just not doing any more of them. His excuse in jail for why he hadn't done his treatment plan, like submitted it or booked his appointments or all those things, was that his parents were supposed to do it for him and they just didn't do it. And that's why, and it's like, it's so ridiculous because this man does not work. He is a father of 3 children who he doesn't even have 50% of the time. So what is he so busy doing outside of drugs, of course, that he can't file this paperwork on his own, right? It's all ridiculous. And that is why I, again, think that this judge needs to be looked into it, because what he has just quote unquote sentenced Ryan to, and I'm using air quotes because this is the same stuff that Ryan was already sentenced to in the past, is a joke. Like, it's supposed to make it look like, oh, look at all this stuff. He's upset with Ryan, so he's making him do X, Y, Z, except these are the X, Y, and Z's that are supposed to have landed Ryan in jail. Ryan should be in jail. This is not this is not anything wonderful or wow or anything to celebrate, that the judge is just giving him his millionth chance. What was the point of sending him to jail for those few little days or whatever if you were just going to pull him back out, claim you revoked his probation, but then all of this stuff is still the same? I don't get it. Anyway, he is supposed to be back in court again in April. So up until April, I believe he's going to be roaming around free. Don't be surprised if you hear of him getting arrested yet again, because that is his kink. He loves to get arrested. Loves it when the officers tell him to put his hands behind his back. Oh, and when they search him, get frisked. He likes that, it seems like, because that is what he keeps on going after. So don't be surprised if he gets arrested yet again before his next hearing date of April 23rd. That is 4 months from now, a little over 4 months. I should almost say 5 months. Okay. And we'll see what happens when this biased, lenient judge, what he does. Is he going to actually throw the hammer down on this boy? Or is he going to yet again let him slip like a slippery fish? And if this judge allows Ryan to walk free and clear again, I should say if, but I'm going to say when he gets arrested yet again, terrorizing his community, putting people in danger, what happens? What will that community do? What should that community do? I know what I would be doing if I were a part of that community, but I digress. Guys, let me know what you think about all of this in the comment section down below. And as usual, we'll chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.